This camera. Let me fix the camera. Let me fix the camera. Perfecto. Yo, yo, yo.
You want this?
Okay, guys, we're back on the live stream. Guys, we up now. We up now. Guys, we up now. We up now, guys. Wait, I'm trying to get this working. Let me get this working. Let me get this working. We don't have the soundboard today. However, however, we will be doing some some reading. We'll be reading today. As you see in Kaisana, Rakai, I'm inspired of Kai. What's it called? I I ordered books like 2 days ago. I don't know it. I'm gonna start reading that. So this is gonna be like a quick stream. I'm gonna put a timer. I'm gonna put a timer for like. Let me put a timer for like how long should I put the timer? I should put the timer. I just came back from the gym. I'm gonna put a timer 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes too long for me. Reading to improve how I speak. Cause I'm gonna be a future millionaire, billionaire. I'm I'm gonna be a future billionaire. So I gotta start read. I gotta start speaking like one. You know. I'm just gonna read the book that I was reading on TikTok yesterday. But we don't have no soundboard. So I speak in Mama Day before I start. I woke up. Watch some educational videos. Post some TikTok. I've been grinding on TikTok a lot. Done that. After I done that, what's it called? Yeah. And I went to gym. I went to school. Okay, let's read. Let's read. I'll put a 15-minute timer. I'll be reading. This I think I was on page like 18. Look at this. Man's gonna read. Man's gonna read. Y'all, have you guys ever seen someone read on stream? I'm the first person to read on stream. Okay, look at this. Okay. Self sabotage comes from beliefs. So, woo, slow down. Calm down, Benito. Calm down. Self sabotage comes from belief systems. What you believe about your life is what you will make true about your life. That's why it's crucial to be aware of these outdated narratives and have the courage to change them. Maybe you have gone through the majority of your life believing that a standard 50K per year at a decent company is the most you will ever be capable of. Maybe you spend so many years telling yourself, I am an anxious person. You started to actually identify with it adapt. Whoa, calm down, Benito. I am an anxious person. You started to actually identify with it, adopting anxiety and fear into your belief system about who you fundamentally are. Maybe you were raised in a closed minded social circle or an echo chamber. Maybe you did not know that you could question or arrive at new conclusions about politics or religion. Maybe you never thought you were someone who could have a great style, feel content, or travel the world. Okay. In other cases, your limiting beliefs might come from wanting to keep yourself safe. Maybe, maybe that's why you prefer the comfort of what you have known to the vulnerability of what you don't. Why you prefer apathy to excitement, think that suffering makes you more worthy, or believe that for every good thing in life, there must also be an accompanied bad. Oh, I didn't even start the timer. Right, I'm gonna put like 13 minutes now. To truly to truly heal, you are going to have to change the way you think. You are going to have to become very conscious of negative and false beliefs and start shifting to a mindset that actually serves you. Mm, become the mindset. How to get out of denial. Maybe this preliminary information about self sabotage reson- resonates a bit, or maybe it resonates a lot. Either way, if you are here because you truly want to change your life, you are going to have to start being in denial about your personal state of affairs. You are going to have to get real with yourself. You are going to have to decide that you love yourself too much to stop settling for less than what you really deserve. Mm. If you think that you could be doing better in life, you might be right. If you think that you there is more than okay, calm down, Benito, calm down. If you think that there is more than you are here to accomplish, you might be right. If you think that you are not being your authentic self, you might be right. It does not serve us to use endless affirmation to placate our true feelings about where we are in our journey. When we do this, we start dissociating and get stuck. In an effort to love ourselves, we try to validate everything about who we are. Yet those warm, sentimental never quite seems to stick, only ever temporarily numbing their discomfort. Why don't they work? Because deep down we know we're not quite being who we want to be, and until we accept this, we are never going to find peace. Okay. And we were when we are in denial, we tend to go into blame mode. We look for anyone or anything to explain why we are the way we are, then we start justifying. If you have a constantly or a near daily basis, um, rationalize why you are unhappy about your life and you're not doing yourself any favors. You are not getting closer to creating the last change that you so deeply desires desire. The first step in healing anything is taking full accountability. It's no it is no longer being in denial about the honest truth of your life and yourself. It does not matter what your life looks like on the outside. It is how you feel about it on the inside. It is not okay to be constantly stressed, panicked, and unhappy. Sometimes it's wrong, and the longer you try to love yourself out of realizing this, the longer you are going to suffer. The greatest act of self love is to no longer accept the life you are unhappy with. It is to be able to state the problem plainly and in a straightforward manner. Mm, okay. That is precisely what you need to do to continue truly uprooting your life and transforming it. It is the first step towards real change. Okay. Take a piece of paper and pen and write down everything you are unhappy with. Write down very specifically every single problem you face. If you're struggling with finances, you need a very clear picture of what's wrong. Write down every debt, every bill, every asset, and every bit of income. If you are struggling with self image, write down exactly what you dislike about yourself. If it is anxiety, write down everything that bothers you or upset you. You must first and foremost get out of denial and into clarity about what really is wrong, about what's really wrong. At this point, you have a choice. You can make peace or you can commit to changing. The lingering is what is keeping you stuck. The path begins right where you are now. If you know that change needs to be made in your life, it's okay. If you are far away from your goal or if you cannot yet conceive how you will arrive, it is okay if you are starting at the beginning. It's okay if you are at rock bottom and cannot yet see your way through. It is okay if you are at the foot of of your mountain and have failed every time you try to overcome it. Rock bottom is very often where we begin on our healing journeys. This is not because we suddenly see light, not because our worst days are magically transmuted into some type of empathy. Empathy. Hey, calm down, Benito. Calm down. Epiphany, and not because someone saves us from our own madness. Rock bottom becomes a turning point because it is only at the point that most people think I never want to feel this way again. Damn, how long has it been? Oh, time's going fast, but 15 minutes is long for me. Um, that thought is not just an idea, it is a declaration and resolution. It is one of the most life changing things you can experience. It becomes the foundation upon which you build everything else. When you decide you truly do not ever want to feel a certain way again, you set out on a journey of self awareness, ooh, learning and growth that has you radically, radically reinvented who you are. In the moment, fault becomes irrelevant. You're no longer mulling over who did what or how you've been wrong. In that moment, only one that guides you, and it is in no matter what it takes. I will never accept my life getting to this point again. Rock bottom, rock bottom isn't a bad day. It doesn't happen by chance. We only arrive at rock bottom when our habits begin to compound upon one another, when our copying mechanism have so calm down, Benito, calm down, spiraled so out of control that we can no longer resist the feeling we were attempting to hide. Rock bottom is when we finally face ourselves. When everything has gone wrong, we are left to realize that there is only one common denominator through it all. We must heal, we must change, we must choose to turn around so that we will never feel this way again. When we have a down day, we don't think, I never want to feel this again. Why? Because it is not fun, but it's also not unbearable. Mostly through we are somewhat aware that small failures are regular, a part of life. We are imperfect, but trying our best, and that vogue discomfort will pass eventually. We don't reach a breaking point when we don't reach a breaking point because one or two things go wrong. We reach a breaking point when we finally accept that the problem isn't how the world is, it is how we are. This is a beautiful reckoning to have. Ayodeji Awosika. Okay. Describes his own like this: you must find the purest form of being fed up, making it hurt. I literally screamed, I'm not going to fucking live like this anymore. Damn. It was swearing. Human beings are guided by comfort. They stay close to what feels familiar and rejected what doesn't, even if it objectively better for them. Be this as it is most people. Do not actually change the lives until not changing becomes the less comfortable. Opinion. This means that they do not actually embrace the difficult or altering their habits until they simply do not have another choice. Staying where they are is not viable. They can no longer even pretend that it is desirable in any way. They're quite honest, let at rock bottom and more stuck between a rock that's impinging on them and Arrodius within yourself. Get angry, determined, and allow yourself to develop tunnel vision with one thing and one thing only at the end, that you will not go as you are. 2 minutes. How long is this next one? Okay, I can read this. One of the biggest reasons that people avoid doing important internal work is that they recognize if they heal themselves, their lives will change, sometimes drastically. If they come to terms with how unhappy they are, it means that they will have to temporarily be uncomfortable, ashamed, or scared while they start over again. Let's be clear about something. To put an end to your self sabotage behavior absolutely means that change is on the horizon. Okay. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's only going to cost you your relationship and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. It doesn't matter. The people who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. You're going to build a new comfort zone around the things that actually move you forward. It's environment. It's about environment. Instead of being liked, you're going to be loved. Instead of being understood, you're going to be seen. All you're going to lose is what was built for you, a person you no longer are. Remaining attachments to your old life is the first and final act of self sabotage, and realizing it is what we must prepare for to truly be willing to see real change. Woo! We got 30 seconds left. We can't start it. Chapter 2, there's no such thing as self sabotage. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Mountain of You, done. So I could name this title Mountain of You. First 18 minutes and Benito just hooling around, doing whatever he wants. After that, god damn, my abs hurt. God damn, working out and shit. Damn. Oh, I'm free. Heard it now? You heard it now? Let me take my friend. Hold on. Ah! Why is the camera's kind of supposed to be? Yeah, it's supposed to be like this. Yeah, it's like more in the middle, right? Damn, that was a lot of words in my head for real. I'm gonna test me. I'm one of his. I was done with it. I'm gonna test me. Actually, we react some to YouTube. We haven't reacted to YouTube videos in a long time. Where's my mouse? Let's react to like some YouTube video. What do you guys want to watch? What do you guys be watching anyways? Should we do a try not to laugh? Let's do a try not to laugh. Try not to laugh. Okay. Okay. Let's do try not to laugh. The scariest thing that has ever happened to me. Sleep alright. So I do story time. The scariest thing that's ever happened. Wait, I'm gonna watch this video later to myself. Hold on now.
Residential technology has been an important part of ISE from the beginning.
I'm gonna watch this on my own. Okay, so we're gonna do a try not to laugh. Okay, look at this. Oh, I wish. Should we go? Oh my gosh! You know what? We should go on Omi TV. We should go on Omi TV, and I should record it and post it. You know what? Why not? I'm gonna end stream. I'm gonna go on Omi TV.